Goobacks here. I'm gonna be doing a thing for y'all today. It's been a long time coming for me to make this video. I just finished South Park like a month ago, so I've been trying to do it, but now I'm gonna try to do it. Even though I had to go work in the morning, I'll be super tired, but I'm gonna try to get this video done for. So I'm gonna be doing. I watched South Park. South Park good. I had fun with South Park, but there were episodes where I just hated and it was bad. It just messed up the characters and characters I just did not like. So I'm gonna show y'all one of my worst episodes that I ever watched. But I'm gonna do it in a season, like season one. Do like episodes from season one, then episodes from season two. I'm gonna try to do it like that because there were some episodes that were bad in one season or two, three bad episodes. But that's how I'm gonna do it, and let's get into it. But I'm gonna pause a lot of videos since that's 5 episodes. I already got the list of it, but I'm gonna show y'all pictures of what episodes that I did not like. So I'll be back right quick. So the first South Park season, what we're gonna talk about is season one South Park. Season one South Park is it started the show, so it ain't gonna have no bad episodes. Yeah, this episode right here called episode 6 of Death. That was about Stan's grandfather wanted to die, and so Stan's grandfather just want him to die everything, and he tried to tell Stan just to kill me everything. It was all right episode. And thing about I just did not like about the episode is how the parents think Stan killed his grandfather and everything else. That's what I did not like about this episode. It was hard to pick what episodes that I did not like, but season one it was hard. But this episode wasn't even that bad. It was just that things in this episode that was just stupid. That's what I hate about this episode. That's all I have to say about Delph. They'll kill Kenny, and I forgot what happened to Delph because I didn't see this episode for like months ago. So yeah. So let's get into season two. Season two, it wasn't that really it wasn't no bad episodes, but it was like 2 episodes I did not like. Spooky Fish, I want to put Spooky Fish in here, and how because of Stan's mother Sharon been hiding the bodies because she thinks Stan killed people and killed Stan's grandmother. But Spooky Fish wasn't bad because of you found out that the fish is actually a dark fish from a different parallel world, almost like Carmen's good side and stuff. I actually like them parts. But this episode, Ike's Wee Wee, I don't want to talk about this episode. Some people did not like this episode. I didn't like it either. This is why I did not like about Ike's Wee Wee. I will tell you what the episode was about. So this was about Ike getting circumcision. Circumcision is when they cut a piece of the meat off your tip. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm about to say about it. So Kyle wants to protect Ike, so he won't get his wee wee cut. Let's say get his penis cut. So they hit Ike somewhere else. So Kyle said Ike died. In this picture right here, they were in a funeral. Then Kyle found out that Ike is Canadian, but not his real brother. Then I hate this episode because how Kyle was acting. He's like, I don't give a fuck about my brother because he's not real my brother. He's a Canadian. I did not like about it. Then after the end of it, he accepted Ike as his brother. Then they gave him circumcision, even though it wasn't even that bad anyway. So yeah, I hate this. I did not like this episode. I will actually watch it just once. That's all. Once or twice. It wasn't that bad of an episode, but it was still a bad episode. That's all I have to say. It's just season 1 and season 2 only had like one bad episodes, even though it's not even that bad because the seasons were actually really good. So let's get to season 3. So let's hit season 3 now. So episode 4, Jacoposaurus. Y'all see the picture. I did not like this episode. It was a really annoying episode. I do not like the Jacoposaurus. They are annoying pieces of shit. When they did the bird, I hate them. They are so annoying. The only person who liked the Jacoposaurus was Cartman, because Cartman likes people that are mean and annoying like him. That's what Cartman likes. He likes things that are just going to annoy others. That's why he likes the Jacoposaurus. But I hate them so bad. They were annoying. I hate them. I'm glad we're gonna have like one episode about them and never see them again no more. The bird when one of the Jacoposaurus got birthed, that was a little bit disgusting. I did not like that. That's all I have to say. Nothing else about it. This episode was bad of season 3. There was just one bad episode of season 3. That's all I have to say. Now we in season 4. Y'all can see the picture. This is called episode 7. Chef Goes Nanners. This was a bad episode. Even the creators hate this episode. They thought, oh, April Fool's Day and just left. They did not like this episode. I don't like this episode. Because, what's it, Trey? No, Matt Stone. He said, like, oh, it was April Fool's Day. They want to leave the episode so early because how bad this episode was. They did not like it. I didn't like it. It was about, this flag that represents racism. Chef did not like about it. Then it was 2 stories where one was one about Wendy liking Cartman. Yeah, the end, Wendy kissed Cartman, and you can see Stan just baffled of what just happened. But this episode was bad because of the racism thing. Even the flag was stupid, and when they tried to redesign the flag, it was still stupid anyway. It was. I want to say more about this episode, but I forgot things about this episode. I want to say more, but I don't want to rewatch this episode because how bad it was. Because he lost a campaign about changing this flag, which it had like 4 figures for the black guy, but one of the figures had a black guy hanging. Then they changed the flag to make it diverse, even though you still see the black guy hanging. Still, it was stupid anyway. I want to get to another episode in season 4. It's 2 bad episodes in season 4. Let's get into the next bad episode of season 4. So this is episode 14, Pill. I don't hate Pill as a character. Pill is just a nice character. He's Butters, but he's just Butters with no personality. Everybody, including me, even the people that made the show, Matt Trey and Trey Parkers and Matt Stone, even they hated this episode. They hated the Pip episode. I don't like it. The characters are so uncanny valley. You see these 2 adult characters, they look so bad that I just don't want to see their faces. And the story of it was bad. Pill, as a character, like I said, Pill's a character not bad. He's Butters. But they just did not care. No one did not care about Pill. Why they made an episode about him? And they did with I think with Stan though, I think this still will be bad. It's just that why you made an episode about one side character that no one cares about. Why y'all did this? Like I think Matt Stone said he didn't really hate it. It was like why they did this. That's why I'm like, why y'all create this episode? This episode was about Pip liking this girl that he wants to be a gentleman, so he went to a school to become a better gentleman, even though he's a nice kid anyway. But the mother or the grandmother wants Pip to be Sorrow, so she can transfer her soul into her little daughter's soul, so she can treat man as how to take guys I don't know what's going. It's hard for me to explain because how stupid the plot was. Just how bad the plot was. It was so dumb. I don't want to say more. This is how bad this episode was. Was it worse? The show goes nanners. I have to say yes. I guess at least you like show, but this one is just that character that you don't care about. So I want to head to season 5 right now. Season 5, I don't know why I didn't talk about the other seasons. It's just that the other seasons were decent seasons, like season 5 too. But this episode, season 5 of this episode 4, Scott Turman Must Die. A lot of people like this episode. I halfway liked this episode. Half of it was bad. It was a bad and half good episode. What I did not like about this episode, it's just about two douchebags shot a fight against each other, and Carmen got the upper hand. And the plot of this was Carmen killed Scott's parents by letting the farm keeper kill the parents. Then it started becoming more ridiculous when you found out that in season, I forgot what season, maybe season 8 or 9, when you found out that Scott Turman's father is Cartman's father. That's how dumb this was. You just found out that these two are actual brothers, have brothers, and Cartman just killed his brother's parents. It's like, really? That's the only reason why I hate this episode, because of the reveal. The reveal was shocking, but dumb because why I did that. That's all I have to say. This was about Cartman got pubes, and he don't know what pubes came from. He thought pubes were, he know what pubes were, but he got it from some random person. I forgot how they started the episode. I just don't remember this episode much, but I remember what happened in this episode. So it's one more episode I want to talk about, but this one has to be a little bit at the low point. But I want to talk about another episode that I halfway didn't like in season 5. So this is episode 10, How to Eat with Your Butt. So Kenny is standing on with taking pictures for picture day. So Kenny changed his body and put his butt in his jacket face. I want to show you the picture, but I'll show it later. I'm not gonna show it later. So these parents, these two with the butt faces, thought that was their actual kid. So Cartman wants to laugh at them, but he just couldn't laugh. You find out that their son is I forgot what their son was. I'll pause it right quick. You find out that their son was Ben Affleck. I was trying to think about who kid was. It was Ben Affleck, and Carmen started laughing because Ben Affleck's parents are butt faces. The thing I did not like about this episode was the butt faces and how when they cry. When they cry, they just fart everywhere. That's the annoying thing about it. They're not annoying in the shock episodes. You just feel. I just did not like when they cry. The mother crying, just hearing the farts. It's just dumb. It's just not annoying in the Jack episodes. You feel bad. You just felt bad for them that they lost their kid. I don't know how they lost their kid, but like that's a little bit irresponsible for both of y'all too. Just be honest. But that's the only 2 episodes that I halfway didn't like. Those 2 episodes of season 5 weren't bad episodes. weren't that bad. It was like half bad, but that's how good season 5 was to me. So let's get into season 6. There's only one episode I got for season 6. I'm gonna get into it right away. Season 6, I actually like season 6. Season 6 had some good episodes, not gonna lie. But it was like this one episode that I just can't bring myself to like. It was My Future Self and Me. So this episode was about this character who looks don't even look like Stan, but it's Stan's older self. They was trying to teach Stan not to do drugs and everything. So Stan found out that his parents set this up, and Berta's parents did the exact same thing. Did it actually the exact same thing? And Stan tried to teach the family a lesson. And the family, they do too much. Randy and Sharon did too much. When Stan felt like he cut his arm, and they cut the guy's arm, and they found out that Stan even cut his arm. It was stupid how the parents. The thing I hate about South Park parents is that they just don't want to talk to their kids about actual topics, like actual major topics when they get older. I get it. It's hard to talk to your kids about sex and everything, drugs, but taking this way too far. This is how you take it a little bit too far. Talk to your kids about. I get it's hard. It was hard for my parents, but I actually got the gist of what's right and wrong, and how things work. But this is just stupid how Sharon and Randy were acting because they don't want Stan to take drugs to be a bad kid, even though Stan's not really a bad kid. I want to talk about the characters, but I won't do that later. I just want to talk about the worst episodes right now. But this is the only episode that I did not like about season 6. Let's go to season 7. There's only two episodes of season 7 that I did not like. So let's talk about this infamous episode. Even Man Trey, and I think Man Trey let me see. Man Trey hated this episode. They did not like this episode. I did not like this episode. Most people did not like this episode. This episode is called South Park is Gay. So all the guys act like they were gay. I forgot what TV show they were watching. They were watching this TV show in real life. It's an actual real life show. Oh, Queer Eyes with the Straight Guys. They were watching a show called Queer Eyes and the Straight Guys, and not all people act like metrosexuals. Metrosexuals, it doesn't mean you gay. It's just that like you just dress up like a gay guy, even though you're not. I don't know what to explain to it because I'm a straight guy. I don't know what to say about it. I'm not the guy who talks about actual LGBT topics. I'm not that type of person. This was just a dumb episode because of one single characters, the crab people. The crab people were stupid. Let's be honest. Matt and Trey thought the crab people plot was stupid, and they still did it. They was like, what? It was so stupid. They don't know what's going on. They try to come up with something what to do, how to fix all this, and they said like, you know what, crab people. The only person who didn't get it was Kyle. So Kyle, Mr. Garrison, Mr. Slave had to stock these Queer Eyes and Straight Guy producers, but you find out they were crab people. They stocked the crab people out, and everybody turned back to the way it was. This was such a dumb episode. But it's another episode that I did not like. But I'm going to talk about that next. But that's all I had to say about this really stupid episode. This is the next episode that I did not like. But Out. So But Out was about, you know how you at school and you have these people coming to your school and talk about smoking. Yeah, this is what this episode was about. It was about smoking. And they would teach the kids not to smoke, but they actually tell the kids to smoke anyway. If I remember, So Kyle Stand started smoking. They smoked, then they burnt down the school. Then they lied to their parents and the school that the smoking companies were the ones that caused this, even though they the ones that did it. So why I hate this episode, it was Reiner, this this big guy. This dude is just a fat guy. He's one of those stereotypes who just eat a lot of foods. That's what he is. He's just a big guy who eats foods. I don't like calling people fat or obese because half my family and my mother's side is that. I don't like saying that either. Calling people fat is just stupid. But this dude, he trying, and they try to say that smoking is good for people, good for like adults, and they try to make the smoking company good, even though that's dumb too. Why you try to make smoking companies be heroes, even though they are bad too, because they know why smoking is bad. I get people smoke. You smoke because you try to because of work and everything. I get it, because you try to lower yourself. I got a lot of people that work with smoke. I get it, but try to make them like as these smoking companies heroes. Just dumb. Then they was trying to kill Cartman because they trying to make the smoking companies seem like they just killed kid, and it was so stupid. And I think Cartman stabbed Reiner, and Reiner melted. It was dumb. Cause you see Reiner again, and like when it was talking about Moses. But that's all I have to say about this episode. This episode looked pretty bad too, but I don't know which one was worse. South Park is gay or but out. I want to say but out, but no. South Park is gay is bad because of the crab people. I get what they were trying to do with this episode, but it was still stupid too. So let's get to season 8. There are a lot of seasons that I have to talk about, and it's gonna be a long video. I had to talk about season 8. Season 8, I just hated one episode of season 8 called Goobacks. I did not like about this episode. So this episode is about Goobacks that were from the future. They wanted to come to the past so they can make money, so they can be rich in their timeline. But you know, racism and everything else, because Goobacks are like minorities, and they saying that minorities taking their jobs and everything, and low wages. I don't really like that, how people be racist to Mexican people. I get it. Some people do take your jobs, but I hate some people that like. I hate Mexican people and stuff, and like they taking people's jobs, and like, how you gonna tell me that they taking your job even though you're not doing shit? That's like stupid. Don't say they taking your job even though you're not doing anything. Shut up. So this this episode bad. Then you need to taking your job. They took my job and and everything else. I actually like that, but I hate the rest of the part. The third one was just the funny part of it. So after the whole thing was about then all the guys in South Park start having sex with each other. That was just dumb. They did a dog pile and start having sex with each other in a big orgy, big male orgy. It's just so stupid. Then Randy started getting into the orgy. Then Stan decided to fix their timeline. You know what Stan and them did? They said, fuck it was gay. Then it's like helping the future get better is gayer than having sex with each other. I said that was so stupid. They'd rather have sex. They'd rather have a big orgy than fix the future. So stupid. Did not like this episode. Now we're gonna get to season 9. Season 9 is the most infamous episode. And I'm gonna get to it next. Now we in season 9. Y'all see the picture right here. The one of the most infamous episodes in South Park that everybody hated. This was the episode where Matt and Trey, I think Matt Stone almost quit, or Trey Parker almost quit. One of the two, they almost quit South Park, the whole show, because of this episode. So this episode, the first episode is called Mr. Garrison Fancy New Vagina. I don't know what to say about it. Everyone, you can watch a lot of people talk about this episode, because this episode was one of the worst episodes ever of South Park. If you do a top 10 list of worst episodes of South Park, everyone will put this in number 1. I may put this in number 1 as well, because this was so bad. So this was about Garrison becoming a woman. You can see the picture of Garrison being a woman. Then, but that was the problem with Garrison being a woman and being a female now, a female transgender now. Then the episode really started with Garrison actually doing the surgery. I did not watch that part. I seen clips, and I didn't want to cut my eyeballs out. But yeah, this was one part that was bad, but it's 2 more parts that was bad about this episode. So this is one of them. This is Kyle. So Kyle wants to be a basketball player, but the problem was Kyle wasn't tall enough or wasn't black. So Kyle wants to be black, a tall black kid to play basketball. And you know what happened? He became a black kid who is tall enough to play basketball. So stupid. White people can play basketball. I'm a black guy. I do not like playing basketball. Out of that black basketball stereotype. I'm more of a wrestling fan than a basketball fan. I'm a football fan. I stopped playing football since high school. I don't play football no more either, but I don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of basketball. It's just me. And no more Gerald too. Kyle's father became a dolphin. That was dumb too, because he wants to be a dolphin. He became one. So the main plot of this is that Garrison wants to have so stupid. So he found out that he's not really a woman and everything. I don't know what to say about it, because I can't talk about transgender people. I'm not a trans person. I don't know what to say. So Garrison tried to become a guy again. So he tried to find his I think he tried to find his balls, his penis or his balls, one of the two. So they found out that the guy who did the surgery for Garrison and Kyle and Gerald put Garrison's balls and penis in Kyle's kneecaps. Then you see one of the infamous parts when Kyle shoot the basketball, dunk a basketball, then both his legs splattered. That was bad. And Garrison just decided to stay a woman forever, even though he would become a guy again in one of these seasons. I forgot which one. I had to say that's all I had to say about this episode. This was a pretty bad episode of season 9. It's another episode that I did not like it in season 9. I'm gonna talk about that next too. So that's, if you want to watch people talk about it, just look up worst episode of South Park, and you're gonna see people put this like number 1 of South Park. South Park's worst episodes. Another episode of season 9 that I did not like was Margarine. So this episode was about the guys trying to get this mach- paper mache thing because the girls, you know how girls like doing paper mache to talk about their future. So Carmen don't thought the thing can actually tell the future because they don't. So they decided they need to infiltrate the girls to try to get the this paper mache future thing. So they use Butters. So Butters, I actually like Butters. I think Butters is one of my number one favorite characters in this show. I just hate how they just treat Butters. They always use Butters in every single episode. Every time it's a thing they have to do, it is Butters. They have to always use Butters on everything. I hate this episode. So what happened was they came up with a point to fake Butters' death, and they fake put Butters' death, and Butters' parents. So it's two parts. One is the guy trying to get the paper mache thing, and the other part is Butters' father. Butters' father, I forgot Butters' father name. It's not Gerald. It's I forgot his name. I hate Butters' fathers. I think he's like I hate Butters' father and mother. They both are the worst parents. And South Park. I did not like these two. I hate how they ground him. They both are fucking idiots. But in this episode, Butters' father tried to bring Butters back, and Butters, Carmen them got the paper mache thing. Then it blew it up. Then Butters' parents locked Butters up in their basement, locked him up. Thinks he's a demon, and they killed. And Butters' father killed this lady. Tried to let Butters eat her. It was so stupid. I don't know which is worse. No, Mr. Garrison, fancy new vagina was worse than this episode. It was no comparing the two. This Mr. Garrison's fancy new vagina was worse than this. Season 9 had like 2 bad episodes. That's all I have to say. Let's get into season 10. Season 10 I did not like because season 10 had some bad episodes. And I'm gonna get to season 10. I got like 6 bad episodes of season 10. That's how bad season 10 a little bit was. Season 10, oh boy, what I have to say about this episode. The return of Chef. I like Chef. He one of my favorite characters in this show. But this episode, what they did to him was so bad. So what happened was Chef returned somewhere because I think in one episode about Stan. I think trapping in the closet. That episode about Scientology. Because the guy who plays Chef is a Scientology person, and he did not like this episode. So he left the show, came back. No, he left the show because after that episode about trapping in the closet in season 9. Because that episode was in season 9. Trapping in closed doors, trapping in the closet. The person who played Chef left the show. Then he came. So another person who didn't play as Chef played this Chef. And so what happened to Chef in this episode? Maybe I don't know why I stutter in my words. I always do that. It's just how it is with me. So Chef returned and started saying random fucking words, saying like he wants to have sex with the kids. So these Scientology people turned Chef into a child predator. And so Stan went to the place who changed Chef's mind. No, it took him over, and this. I don't know what to say because I just forgot half the parts of this episode. I just want to take all this episode out of my memories. This is one I'd say top 5 worst episodes of South Park. Then after the end of the episode, you can see Chef's gruesome death. It's just sad. I don't know what Scientology is. I had to look up what Scientology is, but I don't know. It's so disrespectful how they did the guy who played Chef like that. I don't know what they didn't really have a grudge with him. They just want to do a Scientology episode about the 2 episodes, but the guy who played Chef got really offended, and it's just left the series. Back when I was a kid, I thought the guy who did play Chef died, but he was still alive at the time. This is one episode of season 10 that I did not like. We'll get to the another episode that I did not like. So let's get into the next one. Do I really have to talk about this episode? That episode that a lot of people did not like either. This bad episode. That even the creators hated this too. Man Trey did not like this episode too. This episode is called A Million Little Fibers. This had the exact same problem as Pip. You can't just make a random character have one episode. Towie, I like Towie. When Towie debuted, I liked Towie. You know why? Cause Stan knowing what's in the episodes had to deal with Towie. Having Towie in his own episode makes no fucking sense. So let me talk about why this episode was bad. So Towie made a book talk about, I forgot what it's called. What Towie made. But that's not the bad part about the episode. It's Oprah. It's not Oprah herself. They made an episode talking about her butthole and her vagina. Why? Her butthole and her vagina start talking to each other and try to make a plan. So they decided. So they told the news that Towie's book was fake. Not really fake, but they said they knew Towie wasn't human, and Towie was actually just a random towel. Then I think the vagina started pulling out a gun and tried to it got hostage, and Towie saved the people, but the officer shot Oprah's butthole. Then the vagina killed himself, and Oprah had to go to the hospital. How stupid was this episode? I don't know what to talk about this fucking episode. I don't know what to say because it's so stupid. I want to write this out of my memory too. Like the Return of Chef, season 10 was bad. That's all I have to say. I already talked about 2 episodes of season 10. We still got 4 more episodes to talk about. So let's get to the other 2 bad episodes. Other 4 bad episodes. Let's talk about this episode, Man Bear Pig. I'm sorry, guys. Let's talk about this episode, Man Bear Pig. It was a half good and half bad episode. I didn't really hate this episode than the other 2, but this has to be another bad episode. So this is about a guy named Al Gore. When I was a kid, I never knew who Al Gore was until I found out that he used to try to run for president, but then became president of the United States. He used to be vice president. He used to be vice president, but he failed to be president at the time. But in around, I think, 2001 or something, I forgot what it was. I just didn't care. But Al Gore thinks of this being called Man Bear Pig is a dangerous threat, and no one didn't listen. Then he put Stan Kyle and them in a park. I think a park. Then trapped them and he just trapped them there. Didn't even try to save them. He said he tried to kill Man Bear Pig. Man Bear Pig was just an imaginary thing that he created until in season 21, 22, Man Bear Pig was actually alive because he still forgot about the Imagination Land episode. Yeah, Man Bear Pig debuted. I'm gonna talk about a lot about South Park, but this episode was just stupid as well. I don't know. I forgot what happened in this episode. I think Cartman was trying to get gold and ate the gold and poop out these coins, even though the coins were fake. And this episode was stupid, but I didn't really hate this episode. It was just a half bad, half good episode, in my opinion. Well, let's go to the next episode. So this episode, Tis. I did not like Tis. Tis, it was a half good, half bad episode. The thing I like about it is that how Cartman was trying to fight himself had to be good. Because this guy, the dog trainer, was he treated Cartman like a dog. That's what Cartman is. He's like a dog who. Yeah, well, Cartman acts like that. He acts like a puppy dog. He thinks you can get anything he wants, and don't get in trouble. Hey, you can see that how Cartman was treated in this episode. I get it. I don't like Cartman. I know a lot of people like Cartman. I do not like Cartman because he's a piece of shit. But I feel bad for him in this episode how they just treated Cartman like a little dog. But the thing about what I hate about this episode is Linda. I do not like Linda. Linda, I get why some people like Linda. I don't like her. She's a bad parent. She treat Cartman like that's the problem with Cartman in the first goddamn place. Is that you know why he doesn't get in trouble and gets anything he wants because his mother baby him since he was born, and that's why he acts like that. He acts like he won't get in trouble from anything, and he can get anything he wants. That's why he treats friends like pieces of shits because his mother not gonna do nothing to him. Cartman doesn't have a father figure to stop him. That's how it is. That's how bad Cartman is as a character. Cartman's not a bad character. It's just how he acts, and it's not even a little bit his fault. It's how his mother treated him. Listen, parents, don't do what Linda doing. Don't do what Linda is doing. Try to don't teach, because you treat your kids, they can get anything they want, and they can nothing. They can get in trouble with anything, and they won't get in trouble for. You could be like a rich kid. That you gonna be Cartman, but act like a rich kid. But even some rich kids are not that pampered than Cartman is. Cartman is just too pampered. And that's what I do not like about Linda in this fucking episode. That's all I have to say. Because I keep saying the same thing fucking twice. I don't like saying things twice all the time. It just happens to me. Let's get to another bad episode of season 10. I may do like a part 2. I didn't pause it. God damn it. I'm sorry I didn't pause it. But y'all know what episode I'm talking about. Hell on Earth, 2006. This episode was fucking stupid. Listen, Satan. I actually like Satan as a character. But I hate and like Satan as a character. He's not even a bad character. But the problem that I have with Satan is he acts like a 16-year-old little bitch. That's what he acts like. He acts like a teenage little bitch. Like, you Satan, a dark being that was the first, like, evil of the universe. But you acting like this, acting like a 16-year-old girl. Like, give me a break. And you can see that through, like, even a movie, you can see that from Satan and how him and Saddam. And another episode in one of these seasons, and him and Saddam and this other character Kevin, I think it was season 5 or 4 or maybe 6. I think maybe maybe 1 to 3 when I talk about Satan in one of these episodes. It's just that why he act like a spoilers little bitch. It's like I did not like that. You supposed to be an evil deity, but you acting like a little girl. Then they had the Three Stooges in this episode too, and they are all killers. Why you sent 3 murderers, 3 serial murderers to get cake? So stupid. And the 2 murderers, except for that one guy, he didn't murder nobody. I think he did murder somebody. I just didn't see it. But the other 2, they just murdering everybody. They just murdering anyone they can see, and it's just so stupid. But one good part that I liked about this episode was Biggie Smalls with Butters and the guys, and how they kept summoning Biggie Smalls, and he just got really pissed off, and started shooting them. And Butters and Biggie Smalls got to the party because thanks to Butters, and Butters joined the party with all these people. Then another part is the church people. The church wanted to be in this party, but what I didn't like about the church people is that they still around these little kids and got kids in chains. It's like they still. That's why I don't like. That's why a little bit don't like church. Is that I don't know. I don't know what's about a priest and church people want to have sex with little boys. I don't get it. It's just so dumb. Why y'all came up with that? I don't know who came up with that. Y'all just decided to have sex with children. You stupid fucks. I don't know what to say. I want to talk about one more episode. Then I'm gonna do a 2-parter because I'm really tired and everything. I'm just gonna do a 2-part, but I'm gonna talk about one more episode. Yeah, season 10 has some pretty bad episodes. Season 10 was a bad season. Not the worst season, but a bad season. So, there's another bad episode that a lot of people did not like. Man Trey put this as their worst episode too. But the thing is about Man Trey, they liked the ending. They liked the ending, but they hated the whole episode. So, this was an episode that Stan has to be a coach for these kids because he had to do probation. So there was a hockey team. So they're playing hockey. That's the whole point of this episode. So I try to remember what's going on. So it's a sick kid. It's a sick kid that wants his team to win the game. Wants their team to win the game and win the trophy. But I think maybe the end of the episode, I think, is that the little kid died because Stan lost. But they ain't lost to no other little kids. No, they lost against adults who being little kids. That's the thing I hate about this episode. Is that these grown adults just beat the shit out of some little kids and thought they won the whole world. That they won like the Super Bowl. Like, no, fuck you. It's so stupid. Stan wasn't bad in this episode. It was just that it's just things that happened in this episode was bad. And how they were trying to tell Stan to help their kid get back healthy by winning the game. And I feel bad for Stan because y'all putting pressure on Stan to save this kid. I do not like that. I don't like trying to put pressure on someone to save somebody. I do not like that. I love how the father said the father just couldn't help because he's the dad. It's just bad. I think this all just 1 through 10 seasons that I would talk about these episodes. I would do like a part 2, but right now I am super tired right now. I want to do a full video of all these seasons, but I'm just going to do a part 1, part 2. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry that I talk like I skipping words and stuff. This is how I am. I skip my words, and
just rumble on things and just mess up my wording. This is how I am. Even when I was a kid in speech, I was pretty bad speech. This is how it was for me. But I hope y'all enjoy this little what not little but a whole almost hour video. But I will see you guys later and goodbye.